Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I practically lost my voice because me and Jack actually stayed up and we're talking and it's late. And honestly, we're probably not going to the grocery stores tomorrow because not only that, we have other stuff sort of that we have to do. But I think I was telling you guys too, like my dad wasn't going to go in the morning anyway to go to the grocery stores, like we weren't going to, because he has to take the car in to get oil, and we also have to get the windshield wipers like replaced and stuff. But I didn't want to go like late in the afternoon, you know, or like later in the day, I guess. I wanted to go in the morning, so I was just like, how about we just go Sunday then? Because that's when my dad wanted to go anyway, and I was like, no, like because I wanted to go to Meijer. But honestly, I'm still a little like frightened of Meijer, maybe a little bit, just because I feel like I'm still new at it, and so I'm like, I don't know if I want to or not. So maybe I won't do it this week. But it's just tough because, like I was telling you guys, it's like if we don't go on Saturday to the grocery stores to do Meijer, since it's the last day of the sales, even though some of the deals are not like dependent on like the sale, it's just a regular store price with coupons, but still sometimes the coupons expire like on that Saturday, so I don't really have that whole time to be able to do, you know, the sale. Like the last day is on Saturday, and none of the other stores other than Walgreens is like that. And normally I always do my Walgreens deals on Thursday when we go and do the other grocery stores, so I'm not really liking like going to Meijer on Saturday, because again, if something comes up like this where we have to go on, you know, Sunday or whatever, I'm not able to change the day from, you know, Saturday to Sunday because it won't be available on Sunday. So anyways, yeah, like I said, I think we'll just do regular grocery shopping deals at Jewel then tomorrow. Like maybe in the afternoon we can run to just Meijer or something like that, if, like I said, I feel like maybe we might want to. But my poor mom, she's gotten like, she ended up not realizing how late she actually had to work last night, and so she started work I think either midnight or 11 o'clock. Her normal shift I think is 11 until 7 in the morning when she works on Saturday nights and Sunday nights. So this is like was a normal shift hour for her, but she thought, I think, that she was only working until 4 or something like that, so she'd have like plenty of time to be able to sleep. And then she had to go back to work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but she had to work, like I said, until 7. So between 7 a.m. that she got home until which she wasn't able to drive Jack to school because she didn't even get home by the time he needed to leave for school. Like I think she honestly came home about an hour after he ended up actually leaving, because he had to leave before 7 o'clock to get to school on time. And she got home sometime around like 7:45 or 8 o'clock or something like that by the time she was, you know, done. Maybe she's out at 7:30 or something. I don't exactly remember, but anyways, so she was out sort of late, but then she only like slept for like 2 hours before she had to go back to work at 4 o'clock for training, from 4 o'clock until 9 o'clock tonight, I think. She was supposed to work on Sunday, but she isn't going to work on Sunday now. I think she works Tuesday and Thursday of next week. Sort of, again, like still training stuff, but like I said, so she will have most likely the whole weekend to sleep now too, because what was I gonna say? We're not doing anything for Jack's birthday tomorrow, and also too, we're you know, like not doing, nobody has anything going on Sunday either. So she should have, for the most part, some time to be able to sleep, which I'm sure she will appreciate. Like I was like, she can pretty much sleep like all day tomorrow, but like her sleep schedule has been so off and she hasn't been able to sleep, and like since Wednesday I think she's been trying to like sleep, because like Monday and Tuesday were like normal, like, you know, 8 o'clock or whatever it was, or, you know, whatever time during the day. I think she started work at like 3 o'clock and got home like around 10 or 9 or something like that on Monday and Tuesday. So it was like pretty normal, like she was still able to go to bed at, you know, normal hours and sleep because she was still working during the daytime. But then Wednesday up until today, she's like not been able to sleep. She's like, it's been like 72 hours where I've gotten like only like a few hours of sleep in total. So yeah, she's, like I said, thankfully hopefully able to get some sleep. Anyways, you know, her sleep schedule is sort of, I don't want to say affecting my sleep schedule, but like, I don't know, I feel like I'm sort of a little off right now too, more than I normally am. Like, it's late tonight, but I sort of felt like, I don't know, like Jack, because he was at school, and then Matthew came home for like a few hours today. My mom was gone pretty much while Matthew was home, and then Matthew had to leave to go back because they have like the tug thing that's going on. And then finally late at night, my mom ended up coming home. Like, there wasn't a lot of time like that anybody really got. I mean, we spent time with Jack for his birthday, but there wasn't like a real lot of time that we got to spend with him because he was at school, and then in the afternoon everybody else had, you know, sort of stuff that, again, they had to do work. And again, Matthew was here at least for a little while today, which was nice. You know, him coming home for Jack's birthday, but like we got pizza and like we weren't really able to do anything else. So me and Jack were actually just like randomly sort of talking, and then got off onto this huge thing. And I felt sort of bad because Jack has never played, like Jack likes playing the Sims 4. He has it for the Xbox, and I was always huge, like I've been huge into like the Sims franchise since the Sims 2 I started playing. I started playing it too, like right at the end of its sort of lifespan, like was right when I got into it. I think it was actually 2008, a little bit before The Sims 3 ended up coming out, because I remember we bought The Sims 2 at GameStop. I remember the guy being like, oh, so you guys like playing Sims or whatever. He's like, oh, are you guys thinking of pre-ordering the new Sims 3 game that's coming out? My dad was like, she just got started on this. Like, I think I bought an expansion pack or something, and he's like, she just got started on this. He's like, she'll be good with this for a while before she gets into The Sims 3. And it was, I didn't, like, it was a couple years I was playing The Sims 2 before I finally got into The Sims 3. And so, like I said, I remember it was like right around my middle school years that I started playing, but it was sort of, again, at the end of the lifespan of The Sims 2. And I remember watching my cousin play this original Sims, and like, but I don't think I ever really played it. So like I said, that's when I started playing it, but I was so into that game. I loved that game. I feel like too, there's so much lore in that game, like that, again, to really appreciate so much of the other games that come afterwards, like you really have to know like The Sims 2. Like, I feel like it's really like the pinnacle of like all of the storytelling and the characters and stuff like that. And it's so sad because I was telling Jack, he was like, you know, oh yeah, like you know, I like playing it for house building, you know, and playing with the characters and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, but you like don't even know who Bella Goth is. Like, she's like the main person, like, of, you know, the franchise, sort of, you know, she's like what Mickey Mouse is to Disney. And like, Jack didn't know that, and I was like, it's so sad that like a lot of, like, again, like, I don't know, just that game, The Sims 4 in general, I feel like doesn't do a lot for the story or a lot for the franchise as a whole. And I feel like it's very like just by itself, you know, again, like for people that are really into it, it doesn't even follow the timeline of the other games and stuff like that. And it's, again, you don't have to know all that stuff to, again, enjoy the game, but I feel like The Sims 2 is just a really cool, unique game in the sense of the Sims franchise as a whole. And I think most people that like playing those games really like the second Sims game. And so, like I said, I was sort of like getting into telling Jack a little bit of the lore and sort of stuff like that, and he's like, I didn't realize how much this, you know, was involved in this game. He's like, I sort of just thought it was house building and character building. He's like, I knew that some of the Sims, you know, sort of existed in, again, you know, like other, you know, elements of games and stuff like that. He's like, but I didn't really realize like all this stuff that goes into this. And I was like, yeah, like, so I spent, like I said, probably hours explaining this stuff to him. And again, because I just read and, you know, been involved in so much of like that stuff for so many years, and watching videos or reading things about, you know, the game and stuff like that, that again, it was all stuff that I, you know, was big into, especially back during The Sims 2. So like, you know, a lot of lore and stuff like that, and all the mystery sort of, I think, behind a lot of The Sims 2 stuff. You know, again, was really big, especially I think at the time during The Sims 2, and I think that's why it did so well, because it was talked about so much like on the internet and all this kind of stuff. And so, I I feel like I said, you know, people that have started playing The Sims now because of The Sims 4, because it is a very console adaptive game now. Also, you know, again, I was always a PC player, and, you know, like, that was the thing too, is that, like, we had it originally, like, on our, you know, family laptop. I played on there, and then when I got my own computer, I played it on my computer. And so, like, Matthew and Jack never really had the opportunity to play it because, you know, like, I normally just played it on my computer and they played on the Xbox and stuff. And so, like, they had, like, the, you know, the console versions, but they weren't anything as good as, like, you know, the PC version back in the day. And so, again, now that it is a lot more, like, most of the stuff that he does on the, you know, console, again, is pretty much the exact same thing that I can do on the, you know, the computer. And so to just know, though, that, like, there's a lot of people, I think, that play the game now because, again, console accessibility and all that kind of stuff, you know, and just have started playing it now because, you know, for whatever reason, computers maybe are a little bit more, you know, available and stuff like that than they were. You know, it was difficult, I feel like, to have, you know, like, multiple computers, like, you know, even in the early 2000s, like, a lot of people had, like, one family computer, you know, that you used and everybody would use it. It wasn't like, oh, you have a computer and you have, you know, we all have computers right now. You know, I have 2. Plus I still have my old one that I actually am surprised that I still have hooked up. I should just probably put it up in the attic or something. I don't even need it down here anymore. But anyways, you know, like I was saying, we all have our own individual, you know, stuff that we used. And so, again, Jack wasn't, you know, around or didn't use a lot of, you know, playing the Sims 2. And so now that he is, and he plays, you know, it, and a lot of other people, again, I think have more accessibility to be able to play it, you know, like, are starting with The Sims 4 instead of, again, back at the beginning where, you know, like I said, Sims 1 and 2 and stuff like that, and don't know a lot of the story or lore behind it. And even some of the Sims 3 even too, you know, like I said, had a lot of, you know, also lore, I guess, in it. But, like, Jack was like, I didn't realize, like, you know, again, how much, you know, how interesting this was. And, you know, he wants to, like, watch other videos now and sort of learn more about it. But, like, I expressed this to him a lot because I was just like, you just don't understand, like, The Sims 4 and even The Sims 3, I was like, there's just something about them that just has always missed the mark. I feel like, especially with The Sims 4 too, it just missed the mark a lot. And I feel like the roots, like, always go back to Sims 2. Like, you know, you just know when something was the best, you know, and I feel like that was really the best. And again, there's lots of elements that are super outdated now, and again, elements that, you know, like, the gameplay is far more advanced. But if I could just take that game and literally update it to the modern day, would be probably, like, the best thing ever. And, like, that was what I was, you know, like I said, sort of telling him and stuff. But like, he was super into it and wanted to, like, then know all about it and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And then we were talking about, like, other games and things like that. But, you know, like I said, I just wanted to spend time with him, I guess, because it was his birthday and everything. But we spent a lot of time. It is very late. I need to go and take a shower really bad. But yeah, guys, I honestly too, I wore my Cub shirt, There's No Crying on the North Side shirt, only to find out there was no Cubs game on today. So I was almost crying over that, and getting to watch a really good game yesterday, and then it was postponed today. So I honestly think I'm probably gonna rewear the shirt tomorrow because yeah, like I said, I didn't get to wear it today over, you know, an actual sports game. And so I'm probably also too lazy to try and go and find new clothes to wear to tomorrow. I'm just gonna wear the same shirt because, yeah, I didn't end up doing much of today anyway, other than sort of sitting around. So it's not like I was outside or working out and got all sweaty. So anyways, I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.